Hey guys, welcome back to another RJW video. I'm not feeling it today. Psych! Turn it up! Today we're going to be reacting to Reddit stories. Not only that, later in this video we are going to be reacting to Iron Mouse. Yeah, that Iron Mouse. A friend keeps talking about it, keeps saying I listen to her, which I barely know who she is, and if her music is actually good, we're gonna see. Alright? So we're gonna click on one of these Reddit stories compilations. You already know the Reddit stories are insane. But yeah. This says dramatic. Hold on, let me take this down. This says dramatic Reddit stories in Minecraft to fall asleep to. Y'all better not fall asleep. Y'all better stay awake. And that's on Phonem. He found my post.
Everyone keeps asking me how I do my podcast.
Nobody
alone.
cares.
The answer, Riverside.
I've spent so much time in this world, and I still really haven't built anything at all in the Nether. This place is just completely empty. I only ever use it for travel.
I don't care.
That I want to. Am I the asshole for not consoling my boyfriend because I make more money? I need a gut check if I'm the asshole or not. I make a good deal of money, which I know people will say I'm the asshole already. But I live a very modest lifestyle. My monthly budget is $4K a month, and most months I profit $30K. I'm self-employed, so sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Next month, mine reflects, because I'm anonymous and I can, it'll be around $80K pre-tax. I have a boyfriend, and we've been dating for 5 months. He's a good guy, but a bit more traditional than I've ever dated before. He works as the assistant manager in a farming shop and gets paid about $15 an hour. We're both in our mid-30s and live in the middle of nowhere. I only moved here to be close to my niece and nephew. No, he does not know what I make. We've only been dating for a few months, and I'm private about how much I'm squirreling away. I drive an older car, and bought a standard 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house last year and almost have it paid off. The issue is that he saw one of my invoices to a vendor pop up in my notifications. The bill was around $5,000. He was shocked that I was paying that much. I told him that it was the cost of doing business, and he was like, must be nice to drop twice what a normal person makes in a month on business. I'm usually water off a duck's back when it comes to conflict. No big deal. So I told him that it would be nice if I didn't have to pay the bill at all. He dropped it, but I was getting a vibe from him for the last few days. He seemed distant. I went over to his place and asked him what was wrong, and I guess seeing me pay someone $5,000 set him in a complete spiral. He's trying to figure out how he can, quote, be a man when I'm off paying other men more than he makes. I didn't like the implications of that, like I'm a hooker or something, and asked him.
No gang. She got you, low key. Like, I'ma be real. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. But the man should be the breadwinner. Yeah, sure. But like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna keep playing it, but I don't know, man.
Farmers who drop thousands on equipment. He said that was different, and then asked me how much money I make. He hasn't asked before, which is a little on me because I always give the impression that what I make isn't that impressive. I had a bad feeling, so I lied and told him $120,000, which, according to the IRS, is officially my salary. If you know what S-corps are, then you know what I mean. Anyway, He burst into tears. I think if I was nicer, I should have consoled him or something. I know he's feeling like a loser, which he's not. He has a cool job in my opinion, and he's super knowledgeable about farm stuff, which I find interesting. He's a pillar in the community because we're surrounded by—
I forgot to say this. We're gonna be here for a good time. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. Get water, bro. Let's be real. Get water. You don't need no soda, because what you're probably already eating is crazy enough. Just get water.
By ranches, and he knows everyone. And again, I find it really cool. But he was upset that I see more money on the regular than he sees in a year. I may have dropped the ball a bit here because I told him that he's going to have to find a way to be okay with not being the provider. And then I just got out of his house. I just couldn't figure out a way to make him feel better without lying more or making myself small. I guess I could have told him that working in a farm store is super fucking manly or something. It's easy to think of these things afterward. My guess is that it's some early or midlife crisis, but I resent that it's coming at my expense. That because I'm doing well, he feels bad. If I found out he secretly had a lot of family money, I'd be really happy and glad for him. But no, learning that I could cover a $5,000 bill for my own business made him feel like less of a man to the point where he had to throw shade on me. That's a him problem, and I'm still kind of pissed about that. I don't know though. I'm also coming from a place of super privilege because it's been a few years since I've had to think about bills, and I don't care what people say. That changes you. So am I the asshole, and what do I do? I've got a lot of thoughts on this, and most of them are that this guy should not be that butthurt that is—
No, you're not the a-hole. Hello, my name is Dr. RT. I'm here to help with all your problems. So, basically, what's going on here? I think confront him about how he's acting. Like, you shouldn't be mad about that, gang. It's fair game. It's fair game. So, no, number one, no, you're not the a-hole for being mad. Like, he threw shade because you had money. Yeah, you have the right to be mad. Let's move on. Second story.
Am I the asshole for refusing to eat my wife's spaghetti after I found out what she put in it? Last night, my wife made spaghetti, and it smelled amazing. She said that she tried something new and wanted me to just eat it before I asked any questions. I had a few bites and it tasted kind of off, but not terrible. Just weirdly sweet and earthy. I asked what she changed about the recipe, and she told me that she had blended up leftover spaghetti from 6 days ago and mixed it into the sauce to thicken it. I immediately stopped eating. I know this is technically the same ingredients, but the idea of blended old noodles mixed into fresh sauce made me feel sick. She got offended and said that I already ate half a plate, so clearly it was fine and I was just being dramatic now that I knew. I told her that this was exactly my point. I did not know. If I had known beforehand, I would not have eaten it. She said I was being wasteful and disrespectful and acting like she—
What is this guy building? Like, I probably should have listened to what he was saying for the first part, but whatever. Yo, if your food's trash, or like, well, clearly it wasn't trash, but like, I don't know, it's not that serious, and if you're getting this mad over it, like, do better with, like, I don't know, that's weird, weird.
She had served me garbage. I ended up making a sandwich because I could not finish it, and she got really upset at me and was barely talking to me for the rest of the night. Now she told her family, and they think I embarrassed her, but my mom thinks it's gross, and I should not have been tricked into eating it. I feel bad for hurting her feelings, but I also feel like I should get a say in what I'm eating. Am I the asshole? I'm not gonna lie, I had to Google how long pasta lasts in the fridge because of this Reddit post. I've definitely eaten some very suspect pasta in my day. I've pushed those limits for sure. But apparently, according to the comments on this Reddit post, pasta—
Alright, like, say someone cooks something for you, right? And you're eating it, it's like, it's alright. Already, it's not top tier. So even if you found out that something weird was in it, if it's top tier, I'm still eating it, right? But if it's mid, and then they find out they put like roach poop in it or something, I'm gonna be like, no, you're not the a-hole. All this, am I the a-hole people? You're not. You just have common freaking sense. Lock in, you bums.
Is literally poisoned after 5 days. All of these commenters are saying how this girlfriend was deliberately poisoning this guy.
Next
place to talk about this. Finally, I know you all are going to judge me, but at least try to understand my side. Thanks. So I'm a 34-year-old woman, and 7 months ago, I had a messy breakup with a long-term boyfriend. So I moved in with my best friend and her husband in a house that we're all renting together. It was then that I met my neighbor, who I'll call Kevin. Kevin helped us move our stuff into our new house, and I was instantly smitten. We live in the suburbs of a major city, so we both ended up taking the train into work at the same time each day. I knew Kevin had a wife and kids very early on. He talked about them often and had pictures of them on his lock screen, so—
Hello, my name is Dr. RT. I'm here to help with all your problems. Based off of this tiny sliver, how much is there left of this? I already know what's going to happen. He has a wife and kids. If you are going to do anything that is romantic or like in any sexual way or weird way, you are the a-hole. I'm going to let this play, but watch how this plays out. I may be wrong. Alright? I may be wrong. But the second that you find out that he has a wife and kids, leave him. You should stop. You should reflect. You should be like, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta low-key leave this guy alone.
Social media, etc. However, initially it started out as a very innocent, silly crush.
You travel a lot for work. But that doesn't mean you should be a part-time travel agent.
So starting out as a crush. Then what
this
more
is
will
Edge,
it turn into?
The personal assistant for frequent business travelers.
I'm getting very
He was
angry.
handsome and funny and sweet, and the first time that we rode the train, he asked me about my job and seemed genuinely interested in what I was saying, which is something that my ex never did, and is something that we fought over a lot. Kevin is always doing things for his kids, like bringing home treats and stuff for them, and staying on the phone with his older daughter the entire ride to work.
Guess what? He still has a wife. So back off. You bum. You're the a-hole for this.
Because she needed a pep talk before her school presentation. It was just so easy to imagine how lovely and attentive Kevin would be with me because he's like that with everyone else. Kevin has never said or done anything to imply that he has feelings for me yet, but we are genuinely friends now because we talk on the train almost every weekday. I've never had the trouble of getting the attention of men, and with the basis that we have already, I know we could easily become something more. I also learned shortly after I developed feelings for him that his wife was actually—
You rat! You rat! I rebuke you in the name of Jesus! You rat! I'm mad! I'm not playing anymore! I'm not playing anymore!
Actually someone that I went to school with. And I was surprised because they're polar opposites. He's funny, she's dry, he's exciting, she's cautious, he's a little dumb, and she's smart and intellectual. Looks-wise, this feels mean, but yikes. I just don't think that their personalities fit very well together at all. And I can easily see Kevin getting stuck in a relationship because he's just so nice.
That's not for you to decide, you bum! You bum!
The issue is that yesterday evening, Kevin knocked on my door and asked if I could watch his kids for a bit. This was, of course, no trouble at all, and I said yes right away. He told me that his wife had gotten into a car accident while away on a business trip, and because she's pregnant, he was super worried and had booked the next flight out to go see her. They don't have any family in the state currently, so he asked me to keep an eye on his kids for a few hours while—
I knew that she was gonna die. I already knew it. Because I feel like, even though this person was like, oh, I have a crush on it, even though she's like that, I feel like she still wouldn't do that when his wife is like still like there. Now she may be in like the hospital and she's doing that, but like, or like dead. I don't know. I feel like I know what's coming, and it's not good.
A family friend drove several hours to watch them that night. Now this is where the issue comes in. These kids were an absolute nightmare. There were 3 girls, and the oldest was your typical bratty preteen times 1,000. She was rude and didn't respect my authority at all.
Oh well, game. It won't matter in the long shot, or the long run. It shouldn't matter in the long run, but guess what? You don't listen.
Arguing with me about everything from dinner to who had to clean up and to what movie she was allowed to watch. I even heard her call me a bitch under her breath a couple times. The middle kid was rowdy and constantly wanted to play loud, messy games even when I told her no. The youngest was mostly sweet and quiet on her own, but she joined in with whatever drama the middle child wanted to create. It culminated in me agreeing to play hide and seek with the younger 2 and ended up getting locked out of the house. When I went back and tried to convince the oldest to let me in through the back screen door, she pretended that she couldn't hear me and put her headphones in. Thankfully, the family friend arrived a few minutes later and let me in, and then I went home. This makes me sad because before now, I would often dream about being a stepmom to Kevin's kids one day because of how highly he would talk about them. Now,
I already freaking knew you bum! You bum! But whatever, have your little fantasy or whatever. Where is my okay? Chapstick. The thing's kind of ripped off, but.
Hey, yo!
I'm kidding. It's like I'm not.
Hey, yo, chill!
I'm kidding.
Now I want nothing to do with them. But at the same time, this is further proof that Kevin and his wife are not happy because children from a happy home do not behave like this. I just want to have a relationship with Kevin, but I don't know if it's possible because his kids and I wouldn't get along.
Is his wife dead? Does his wife just like not exist anymore? Are we ignoring the fact that this guy has a wife? Have your fantasy, I don't care. As long as it stays in your mind. Well, actually still, no. Because that's weird. Stop.
And this is even before a potential divorce where their mother could easily get them to hate me. I really love Kevin, and I know that we could have a beautiful relationship if I pursued this. But this has really shaken me. I just wish I had someone to talk to about.
Hold on. Newsflash. Hey, this just in from Reddit stories from bums. From absolute bums. You are never gonna get with this guy. If this is where the story ends, you're never gonna get with him. But let's see.
About this, but everyone in my life would judge me. This has to be the most insane Reddit story I've ever read, or close to it. This woman gets on the train every day with this guy and just daydreams about wrecking his home. I love how she's so delusional that she's gotten to the point in her head where she's like, yeah, no, we'll be good together, but man, it's just his kids. It's those darn kids. That's really the thing that's preventing us from being together. This woman is a stalker, but doesn't seem to have the awareness that she is actually a stalker. It's also just so funny that she doesn't seem to know that the kids tricked her into leaving the house and then locked her out. Like, on top of being a stalker, she's also an incredibly incompetent babysitter. She just doesn't have any redeeming qualities whatsoever. On the initial post, people were giving her a dose of reality, and so she got kind of combative in the comments. Let me read this really quick. This commenter wrote, honestly, it doesn't sound like you love him. You romanticize him, and you have this fantasy of life with him in your head.
Sadly, the story ends there. I wish the story ended with, like, her getting served right. But you're never gonna get with him. Never gonna get with him, bro. You're just... whatever, bro. Live your disgusting freaking fantasy.
For myself, I am following a tutorial for this. I'll put the name of the channel on screen and I'll link their video in the description. They made an awesome tutorial.
I don't give one. Hold on. I'm gonna watch the shorts, because the shorts have the most... See, it's crap like this that really gets on me. My dog's barking, bro. Nothing's right. Freaky stories.
Freaky stories.
For 2 years, I had a roommate who was on meds for psychosis. It was me, him, and another guy. He was fine, but a little weird. Me and the other dude always made sure to include him in stuff because we didn't want him to feel isolated and possibly worsen his mental state. He never blew up or anything like that. Just a quiet and awkward guy. He was not a drinker. The 3 of us would go to the pub, but he never had more than 1 beer. He'd spend the night...
What scary gut feeling did you have that turned out to be true? One time I went to the mall to use a gift card my parents had gotten me for Christmas. I parked in the underground parking and walked up to the doors where a guy wearing a security uniform was holding the door open for me. As I walked inside, he followed behind me and we both got in the elevator. He pressed the button to go to the 5th floor without asking me which floor I needed to go to. As the door started closing, my gut told me to get the F out because something was seriously off about this guy. I stepped out, pretending that I had forgotten something in my car. Thankfully, he didn't follow me out. I was pretty shaken up, but I told myself that it was nothing and I shouldn't stress about it. So I got on the next elevator and went up to the 3rd floor. As I stepped out, a swarm of security guards came running towards the elevator and quickly pushed by me. I asked someone what was going on, but nobody knew. A few minutes later, there was an announcement saying that the 5th floor of the mall was closed for security reasons. Turns out, the guy who I saw in the elevator was not actually a security guard, and he ended up unaliving the next person who got on the elevator. My gut really saved me. What scary gut...
Yo. That's crazy. I have nothing else to say. That's just crazy. It's the music. It's the music that gets me. And it's nighttime too. It's freaking killing me, bro.
Nerds, how did you end up falling in love with your bully? Jared was the biggest bully in my school. He would always call me the biggest nerd in school or 4 eyes and always used to knock my books down out of my hand. But when our teacher paired us up for a huge history project, I begged her to pair me up with someone else. But I had no choice. I went into his house to work on the assignment, but there were empty bottles everywhere and yelling from the other room. He looked super scared, which wasn't like him. We barely talked, but when we did, it was only about the project. But he started...
Like him. Mama,
slowly, got more comfortable, and even said sorry for everything he did to me. I forgave him, which felt weird at the time, but also right. After a couple weeks, we stopped only talking about schoolwork and started talking about our lives. That's when I found out he was dealing with a lot at home, but by the time the project ended, we weren't just partners anymore. He asked me out, and even though I was scared of what others would say, I said yes. I was confused because how could the guy who used to ruin my life become the someone I cared about so much? But he did, and we stayed together through high school and college. But when he took me on a trip to Bali, he proposed to me under the stars on a yacht. He called me his cute little star because of how much I loved astronomy. We planned a small wedding with only our close family and friends. I couldn't wait to start our life together. But the night before the wedding, Jared went to pick up his best friend from the airport. I was getting ready for bed when I got the call. There was an accident. A drunk driver hit Jared's car and it flipped. He didn't make it. I'm sitting here with a wedding dress I'll never wear and a life that no longer makes sense. Nerds, how did you end up falling in love with your bully? Jared was the biggest bully in my school. He would always...
I'm not like... Some of these stories are hard to believe. I'm not saying it's this one. I saw a crazy Reddit story. Basically, here's how it went. I'm gonna speed this up, alright? Basically, here's how it went, right? Uber driver. Guy comes in the car, right? Is driving him, right? And he drops him off to the stop with like a briefcase of a briefcase of money, right? And it had a note on it. It said, "Hey, if you take this, something very bad will happen. Or if you like leave it or like drop it out of the car, then you're safe," right? Basically, he took the money like an idiot, and then basically it said he got flipped to hell, which. And then he was driving there, and then he said, and then the Reddit story said, "I'm typing this out right now. I'm still in the loop." No, basically it's a loop of where he gets to hell and he comes back and it's like all over again. He can't get out of the car. And he said, "I'm typing this right now." That's the first thing you do? Like what? He said, "I'm typing this on Reddit right now." Oh, you're driving in a car that's in hell and that you're locked in it. And you can't stop, and then you type, and then you put. Oh my gosh! Where am I? Hold on. Let me change the lights. Oh my gosh! Ah! Hold on. I gotta put this on Reddit. I'm editing this right now, and to me, it just seems like this guy got bored one day and said, "You know what? Let me put a fake story on Reddit." Yep, they're gonna love this one. Like, who does that? Genuinely. Strange to me. Alright, let's go. I'm just saying some of these are not believable.
My friends traumatized a burglar, but it was so funny we got away with it. Last summer, me and my roommates caught a guy trying to break into our apartment at 3 a.m. We'd been watching scary movies and were all still awake when we heard someone messing with our sliding door. Jake peeked through the blinds and whispered, "Guys, someone's trying to get in." We all froze, our half-eaten popcorn forgotten on the coffee table. Our apartment was on the 2nd floor, so this guy had climbed up to our balcony. That's when I remembered my dad installed a security camera last month after the car break-ins. "I've got an idea," I whispered, my heart beating so loud I swear everyone could hear it. "Everyone grab your phones."
Ew.
Instead of calling the...
What is that? What is that?
Cops right away, we quietly positioned ourselves around the apartment. I turned off all the lights while my roommate Sarah connected her phone to our Bluetooth speaker. We could see the shadow of the guy's head through the curtains. The burglar was still struggling with the lock when I hit the light switch. In that split second, I saw his face go completely white. He was wearing a dark hoodie and had this weird tattoo on his neck. At that exact moment, Sarah blasted the loudest police siren sound effect through the speaker, while Jake and I pointed our phone flashlights directly at him. The blue light from Jake's phone even made it look kind of official. He had this police light app for parties. But here's where it gets good. Our fourth roommate, Mia, had this super creepy Halloween mask from her theater class. One of those realistic zombie ones with hanging skin and bloody teeth. In the confusion, she slipped outside through the front door, ran around the building, and appeared behind the guy on the balcony wearing it. The burglar turned around and screamed. Like, not a manly yell. A full-on horror movie scream that woke up half the building. He dropped his crowbar on the balcony with a loud clang. He was so scared he tried to jump off our balcony, but his foot got caught in the railing. So now he's dangling upside down, screaming for help, while neighbors are turning on their lights and coming outside. His phone and wallet fell right on our balcony. Talk about evidence. When he finally fell, he landed in Mrs. Peterson's rosebush. She's this sweet old lady who spends hours tending those plants. He was trying to run away with thorns stuck all over him when our building security guard, this ex-military guy named Rick, tackled him like a linebacker. By the time the real cops showed up, the guy was crying and babbling about the demon on the balcony and how our apartment was haunted. He kept pointing at Mia's mask, which she was holding casually at her side, then looking away like he couldn't bear to see it. The officer was trying to keep a straight face while taking our statement, but
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? This is like the most cartoon like story ever. But enough of this crap. How long have I been recording? Already 24 minutes. This editing process is going to be like torture. Alright, here we go. You already know. And this is my honest review. I love music, alright? Music is incredible. Hold on, music is incredible, alright? I love music. But, let's go. I'm just gonna go. Ew. Here we go. Honest review. Cry for Me. Iron Mouse. Honest review. Oh wait, hold on. I had it in the sped up. Here we go. Oh, this video has a feature. Wow.
Catch your gaze. Crumbling under the pressure. Don't you just love obsession? You struggle, but it's my pleasure.
Are y'all into this? Y'all into this? Y'all into this? It's like there's like talking. This guy, he's genuinely talking. He's just like talking over a terrible instrumental. Like, I don't get it. So far, it's not good.
It must be of use. Then prove you care as much as you say you do.
That barely rhymes. What? Are we serious? Are we actually serious right now? Are we actually serious? No. No. That's it? Oh. There's more.
Go on, boy, weep. Licking those tears, come off your cheek. It's clear as day.
What is he? What is he? He's not a singer. He's not singing. That's not a rapper. 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 This is gonna get copyrighted.
Want you to bleed, feeling the fear from your front row seat. Breaking your brain out, entertaining those so desperate here to please. Are all-consuming worship is all I want. Is that much to ask? Now I know it's not.
Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Not only are you demonic, not only are you a terrible music artist, not only are you a VTuber, you're just like, no. You're just no. You're just bad. You're just no. Alright, y'all. So I'm editing RJ here. I did react to another video, but I'm not putting that in because that's gonna make the video way too long. And I'm trying to go to sleep right now, bro. Sorry you guys had to go through this. I'm gonna put like a warning thing before we start. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I had to skip it because it was too long and it just sucked. I had to wash my eyes after this. Lightning in the background. Oh my gosh, nothing's right, bro. Nothing's right. So, what did we learn from this video? What did we learn from this video? I think you already know what we learned from this video. Don't freaking romanticize or like think about like, don't be a weirdo. Just don't be a weirdo. And for the Iron Mouse thing, it's just bad. It's just bad. There's nothing else I can say. Iron Mouse, do better. I need something. I need better. I gotta wash my freaking ears out and my eyes out and everything. Oh my gosh. I'm not dancing today. No. I'll dance next video. I'm too tired, bro. It's literally, it's 9:14. I'm gonna be editing this to like 12. So subscribe because this is getting copyrighted after all the butt cheeks music that's in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's your favorite YouTuber, RJW. We out of here.